Okay, good morning. Standing up nice and tall, spreading the toes, lengthening the spine, drawing the belly button in and softening down the tailbone there for me. Roll the shoulders, up, back and down. Breathing in to lift and out to roll. And again. And then bringing the hands onto the shoulders, elbows forward, up, back and round. Can we think about squeezing those shoulder blades together around the back of the body? And then let's go full circle, right arm. Slowly, eyes follow hand. And the left arm, breathing into the top, breathing out as we come back. Just let your spine move freely. So let it go with you. Might be a bit stiff, but there shouldn't be any pain as we're doing that. Couple more, breathing in and out one more time. Lovely, let's grip the pelvis, soften the knees, start to move through a pelvic tilt. So drawing the belly button in towards the backbone and softening down the tailbone as you move. Upper body still, lower body moving. Keep that moving. If it feels okay, soften the knees and circle the hips. Go the other way. Let's find our midpoint. Feet a little narrower as we move into side bend. So we're drawing the hand up on one side, lengthening away on the other side. Little squeeze into the glutes, pull the tummy in. Pelvis is fairly still. If it feels okay, keep that belly button pulled in. Guys, if it feels okay, this arm's going diagonally up and over. Focus on lengthening. Lifting up and out from the rib cage. Good. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Next one is your last one. And relax, release the spine. Super. Okay, so palms up, feet parallel. Let's come into a weight test. Shoulders down and back. Just very slight nod of the chin so the back of the neck is lengthened. Exhale and squeeze the shoulders. Inhale to come back. Maintain that length through the back of the neck and turn the head as you open, if that feels okay. Exhaling, squeezing. Inhaling, returning. Going to do a couple more. So we are warming up the discs of the neck, warming up the shoulders, opening the chest. Last one. Lovely. Relax, give them a shake. Let's move down. Standing on the left leg, right toe in front, we lift. Hips level. Flex and point there. So watch the pelvis, tighten up this buttock and pull up through the front of the thigh. Good. Rotate slowly. And go the other way. Super. Relax, change, forward and lift, tummy in, flex and point. So again, just watch the pelvis, isn't off center there. And rotate. Go the other way. And relax, give them a shake. Super, feet slightly wider now. Tail tuck, knees soft. Pop your thumbs here in your breastbone. Nose in line with the fingertips. Rotation. Inhale. Exhale, turn. Just to that right front corner. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn to the opposite corner, please. Inhale, come back. So we're going to keep this moving slowly. And now the focus is on keeping the neck still. So it's only moving because it's attached to this upper part of the back where we're twisting. It's not moving independently. Nose stays in line with fingertips. Focusing on that upper back. Feeling it across the back of the rib cage. And then push the arms forward and let it all move freely. Release the neck now. Inhaling to reach. Your hips can go with you if they want to go. Two more. And last one. Lovely. Arms coming down, give them a shake. Let's rest the hands on the tailbone. Spread the toes, soften the knees. Hip hinge. Maintaining the shape of the spine here. As we hinge, bracing the abs. Squeezing the glutes to come back up. Taking your time. Breathing in on the way down. And breathing out on your way up. Keep that moving, please. Just one more time. I'm going to hold this next one down if it feels okay. Lovely. Guys, release your hands like you're in a tabletop. From here, can you row? Squeeze the shoulders and down. Back of the neck long. Breathing out to squeeze and in to lower. If that feels okay, can you go wide to the side? If that's too much, stay with row. And if that feels okay, guys, take your fingers to your temples and reaching forward. So horizontal reach is your hardest option. Please come up if there is back pain. Maybe bend your knees a little bit more if you're wanting to stay down there. For 3. For 2, this is my last one. Can you put your hands on your thighs? And from here, can you pelvic tilt to release the back? So back's just been in that fixed position. Now it needs to move. Pelvic tilt and release. Couple more. Head and shoulders not moving, just the lower half of the body. Last one coming. Unroll. And relax everything. Lovely. Release. Super. Can we bring our hog in, please? Can we turn it smooth side up? So it rocks forward and back. Left foot is in the middle. Right foot coming to the side. Make sure they are lined up. Watch that you're not pushing across. Sitting back, breathing in. Breathing out, coming up. Lift the heel. Coming down. So only the right heel lifting. So we're trying to straighten the left leg, lift the right heel. Can we hold here? Scapular squeeze, open the chest. And come down. If all of that feels okay, you can lift the whole foot. You can leave your toes down if you want. Scapular squeeze. Coming in and down. So you can just lift the heel, or you can lift the foot and knee. Two more. Guys, we're going to hold the next one up on this side. So come on up and stay up. Hold. Can we scapular squeeze? Come back. Leg goes back. Arms go forward. Extend. Whoa. That was a terrible example. I'll try that again. Knee lift to the front. Scapular squeeze. Extension. Through shoulders and leg. There we go. Pay attention, Tracy. 2 more sets. Coming into last one. I'm having a Monday morning. Come on down and pedal your feet. I'll do better on this side. Changing sides, please. So we squat, weight center, inhale. Exhale, just lifting the heel. Focus on seeing how that balance feels. And just keep that moving. So I'm just going to straighten up my hog. Blame my equipment. So guys, when you're ready, you can lift the whole foot and the knee. If you're just wanting to leave your toes on the floor, that's fine. Still challenging your stability. So let's have a few of these, moving from strength in the squat to stability in the balance. Engage the core, make sure you're not holding the breath. So it doesn't matter on what point you're breathing in or out. Just matters that you are not breath holding. So this is going to be our last one with the squat. And then we're going to think about moving that leg forward and back. So still get that scapular squeeze in if you can. And then extend. Got one more set. Give him a shake, come off. Get rid of that hog. It's not my friend today. Let's go one dumbbell, please. So we are going to hold this dumbbell like a bunch of flowers. We're going to take our feet wide, turn the toes out, tuck the tail under. And I want this to be less about pushing back and more about dropping down, okay? So let's come down, inhale, raise the dumbbell. Exhale, come back up. Good. I want your toes and knees pointing in the same direction. So have a look at them, spread the toes. Keep the weight even, and then if everything's okay, we'll float the arms on the squat, and then we'll lift to the side into that medial deltoid, top of the shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you've got shoulder pain, your option is to lift to the diagonal corner, so it's not quite as wide. Now you've got the load of that dumbbell. So side or corner. Breathing in on the way down and out on the way up. We do 2 more sets. And last one. Super. Give everything a shake. Pick up your second dumbbell, please. So weights on front of thighs, tail tucked, knees soft. From here, can you open the chest, inhale, extend. Exhale, round the shoulders, chin to chest, small roll down into the upper back, just down the rib cage, and then come on up. So as you open the chest, you can look up if there is no neck pain, but please be careful. So we do want the neck to go back a little bit, but don't throw the head all the way back. You're just trying to sort of gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall. Rolling a little bit further each time with the tail tucked and the knees soft. So each time going a little bit lower if you feel comfortable with it. So maybe go as low as your ankles. You don't have to, obviously, depending on how your back is feeling. You can go smaller range, or you can even put your weights on your thighs if that's too much load for your back. This next one is the last one. So take as long as you need to get there and back. Hang about down there if it feels nice. But on your return, come back to neutral spine, and then we'll come into upright row singles or doubles. Finish off that nice slow roll first. So join me for row at your leisure, tail tucked, tummy pulled in, and chest lifted. Lovely. Pulling that belly button in. Can we move the weight onto one leg and perhaps lift the foot? Lovely. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step down, just release the shoulders. Into hammer curl. Option to shift the weight to the left, tighten up the glute, and lift the foot. So toe can stay down if you need it to. Good. 4 more to go. Squeeze the buttock, pull the belly button in, breathe out on the curl. Last 2. Last 1. And relax. Give your legs a shake. Release those ankles, and let's just pop the weights down for now, and then join me for a roll down if your back is okay with that. If your back's not happy with roll down, then you can come straight down into a cat stretch. So I'm extending through the shoulders, the spine, and the neck. Arms coming down. Chin on the chest and rolling. Now I've already established I can get quite low, so I'm going to come towards my ankles. I'm not going to touch the mat. I'm going to have a little sway of the spine. And if it feels okay, or if you're quite low, you might need to hold your elbows and hang about there. Uncurling when you're ready. And so if you feel like you'll benefit from a few more of those, just do those. If you're ready to join me in a downward dog or a pike, you can go there. So I'm coming down, hands are walking forwards. I'm going to hang about in my downward dog and pedal my feet, or you might just want to push back and hold it there. From here, transferring forwards into a plank. Holding, or hand tapping to the shoulder, toe tapping to the side, or knee pulling to the opposite side. So maybe 4, maybe 8, depending on how you're feeling, and then drop to your knees and give me maybe 2, maybe 4 press-ups. So we're all doing slightly different options now, depending on how your body is feeling. You might be ready to go straight into that strength work, or you might need a bit more stretching, a bit more mobilizing. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as you're moving through those positions. So roll down for the spine, downward dog for the hamstrings and the shoulders, plank for core engagement, and then your press up, obviously also for core but also for upper body. So keep moving. If you've had enough, come to your mat and just roll through a cat stretch or sit back into a shell stretch. Otherwise, guys, one more round of whatever option you have chosen there. Full or partial roll down, downward dog or pike, plank, holding or moving. Modify anything you need to. You might be on your elbows, you might be on your knees. So you're not going to come back up out of your last round unless you need to pop your mat down or tip your screen. So set yourself up when you're ready with all your bits and bobs on the floor, and come down and join me for a cat stretch once you're there. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I am just going to roll from the pelvis upwards. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to think about my posture. So hands are under the shoulders, elbows are soft, not locked. Fingers are spread to take all the body weight out the heel of the hand, spread it evenly. Just one more roll. And then coming back and stretching arms in front, under head, or to ankle. Maybe you want to release your wrists or your fingers. Supporting the body weight and uncurling slowly. Coming forwards, grabbing your chi ball for a thread needle. So knees can be side by side, or left leg can be out to the back with the toes under. Body weight is into this left arm. Ball in the right hand pushing up. Coming down, rolling the ball through the hole. Dropping the body weight into this left arm if you can. Pulling back through. Opening, inhaling. Rolling the ball through the hole. Lovely. So keep all of that moving slowly. Think about the weight staying forward. Lots of movement through the upper body and the shoulder. Minimal movement through the pelvis. You really want to try and lock the knee of that straight leg. Otherwise you'll get lots of movement if it's not blocked. Hips stacked. Guys, your last one. If it feels comfortable to roll through and just relax to the mat, go there. If it doesn't feel comfortable, just come back and shell stretch, please. I'm going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Pressing the body weight into the left arm and pulling through. And I'm changing sides. So extending and locking that right leg, stacking the hips forward. Weight is into my right arm, eyes following the ball as it moves up and rolls through the hole. So my right arm doing a one-arm press up, if that feels okay. Lovely. So keeping everything moving. Again, feeling that nice rotation through the upper back. Just make a note if anything feels particularly stiff. Can you work on it? Is your weight in the same place as it was on the other side? So weight not back, weight forward. Long, slow breath, a little bit further each time. I want you, if you can, to hold your next one in rotation. If the rotation isn't comfortable, then please just come back to cat or shell. Otherwise, you're holding in rotation. Lovely. From there, pressing into the right hand and pulling through. Get rid of the ball and come back to cat or shell and release. Release those wrists. Uncurl your spine, please. Super. Come on down onto your bottom. Let's fire up the abs into the six pack. Ball behind you. Weights either side of you. Digging the heels in. So not as close as we would normally have them. Further away. So you've got space to lengthen the spine. Hold the backs of the legs if you want to, or here. Breathe in, breathe out, scoop, roll. Check your ball is where you want it to be. And then roll forward. Release your hands to here or here if you're happy. Restack, roll, and rotate if that feels good, please. Rolling forwards, lengthening up, and scooping. And rolling. So just keeping that moving slowly. Guys, if all is well, your options are to stay here, hands together and rotate for 4. Or add a dumbbell, one dumbbell in 2 hands, and still with the singles, doubles or 4s on rotation. So if your back really needs to release, then you are better just moving slowly up and down. But if your abs are ready for some strength work, then you can hold and just stay there a little bit longer. It might suit some of you to lift opposite knee. So the weight, the hands are going towards the lifted leg, okay? So we are now maybe all doing slightly different things, and that's fine. Goal is the same, working into the lower fibers of those abdominals. I'm gonna do one more set. So if you've already finished, go to slump stretch. If you're finishing off your set, keep moving. And when you're done, get rid of the weight, feet wide, slump stretch over the legs. And take some breaths here. Uncurl your spine. Come on down onto your back, please. So ball comes away from the back. Maybe it's under the head. Maybe you want to block. Come on down. Hug hug your knees in, please, and draw a circle with your pelvis. Go the other way. Lovely. Okay, so from here, heel of the hand pushes the knee away. And if we straighten our arms, that should get our legs to where we need them to be. So not here in a pelvic tilt, knees over hips. From here we breathe in. As you breathe out, a toe tap to the floor on the right leg, or the left leg will do, or a leg extension high or low. If you're happy with that, take your fingertips to the base of the skull and just open your chest. So straight away we've added more resistance without even lifting the head. Now check there are no gaps underneath your lower back, please. If all is well there, we brace the upper abdominals and we lift. So space between the chin and the chest, aiming for the shoulder blades to be off the floor. If you push your head heavy into your hands, you'll get a bit more resistance through the arms and a bit less tension in the neck. So head heavy on the hands, exhaling to stretch. Keep re-lifting the shoulders so that you've now got the lower and upper fibres of the abs. We want them all. Lovely. So you've got 6 to go. If everything feels okay, watch that that bent leg isn't pulling in too far. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees coming in. Lovely. Feet together on the floor, knees together. Arms out to the side, knees are bent. And we are just hip rolling right and left. So I want the knees and ankles to stay together because I want the focus to be on stretching the spine. So we want to peel all of the ribs off the floor. So as I roll to the left, whole of my right foot leaves the floor. As I roll to the right, whole of my left foot leaves the floor. Can you start to just turn your head slowly in the opposite direction? Once your knees have been to the left, can you bring your chi ball under your tailbone? So you probably don't want anything under your head now. Maybe just have a little rock side to side, give your back a little bit of a massage there. And then just settle in the centre, hips level from right to left. Make sure your rib cage isn't flaring. Brace your abdominals, legs come to tabletop. So in this position, guys, we're going to do our clam or our frog leg. So with that in mind, get your toes just slightly higher than they would normally be. Can we rotate out into a double clam or a frog leg and come back? So at this point, toes and ankles or heels are staying together. So no rotation just yet. See how that feels, pull the tummy in. If there is back pain, hog can go under you or you can be on the floor. So if that's feeling easy peasy, toes to the ceiling, flex the feet. Now we rotate, heels stay together but toes come apart. Pull down into the frog leg. Push back up, toes come together. Let's go again, rotate the feet. Draw down the knees. Extending up, toes coming back together. Guys, if everything's okay there, straight leg drop on the right. Come back up, Straight leg drop on the left. Now the non-working leg should be vertical. Don't let it drop. Back into rotation. Heels together, toes apart as you frog leg. So toes come together. This time my single leg drop's going to go left leg first. And then right leg. So if you feel like you've got your head around that movement pattern, or if you've inadvertently created one of your own, as long as it's working, that's fine. Some of you might be able to go with a double leg drop. So if you're doing that, just do one, make it slower. And some of you might be able to take your fingertips to the ceiling. So we really need to just focus our gaze on the ceiling and concentrate on our core engagement and our pelvic stability. It might be that your hands need to be down on the leg drop, but you can take them off the floor to do your frog leg or your clam. These are lovely, well done. Keep the abs engaged. Got one more set if you can. And so once you've finished with your final single or double leg drop, bring the hands down, bring the feet down, and let's go for a nice long full body stretch. Straight arms and legs, adapt that to suit you. Your shoulders or your back aren't happy. So just taking some breaths here. Breathe into the diaphragm, expand the rib cage. Bring your arms back first. And then draw your legs in one at a time. Take your ball away. Can you now put the ball between your knees and squeeze it? Put your toes and ankles together. Arms out to the side. You can put something back under your head if you want it. Just rocking as we did before from right to left. But now, can you think about squeezing on that ball? If you need your ball under your head, guys, you can always put your hog between your knees. So anything that you can squeeze on to get that connection on your inner thigh and your pelvic floor. So from here, if all is well, we'll brace the abs, we'll lift to tabletop, and we'll continue to roll slowly. So obviously once the feet are off the floor, we're not going as far. Breathing in to drop and out to lift, taking our time. So options, if you know them, go straight into them. I'm going to put my hands on my rib cage. And I'm going to move my ball between my ankles. So my knees are soft. My ankles need to come in over my hips, not down here, over hips. And if that's okay, we can extend the fingertips towards the ceiling, press the shoulder blades into the mat. Lovely, keep that moving slowly. Really think about challenging yourself. Can you go a little bit further without falling over? The answer to that's no, that's fine. So we want to finish with the legs to the left, so maybe one or two more. And then once you have been to the left, come back to center and just get rid of that ball or hug, whatever it is you're using there. Can you now bring your heels quite close to your bottom, and can you give me some pelvic tilts there? So pelvic tilts from the waist downwards. Just a couple more of those, just rocking gently on and off that sacrum. Super. And then relax. Come on over onto all fours for me, please. Lovely. So when you're ready, we're going to set ourselves up on all fours for a modified version of a Superman, if you like, a progression. So you can either go chi ball under your left knee, or if you think that's not going to be right for you, a block or a hog, or just on the mat. So my left knee is on the chi ball. My hands are under my shoulders. I'm pressing down. My right knee is hovering. First option, single leg stretch on the right, lifting, hovering, coming down and pausing. Now, if everything feels okay, I'm going to press my body weight into my right arm and I'm going to salute on the left. Now, it might feel better just to hover the hand off the floor, might feel like your coordination's telling you to take it forward. I don't mind where the left arm goes, but I want it to leave the floor if possible. But if that makes you feel very unstable, then either keep two hands down or change your ball out for something else. So we just want to add stability and load. Guys, on your next leg extension, two hands are on the floor, the leg holds up, hip height. Give me small leg circle 4 times in one direction and 4 times in the other direction. Keeping the weight even through the hands, keeping the elbows soft. Coming down anytime you need to, hold your leg still, flex your foot. Curl your heel to your bottom and push away with a flexed foot. Inhaling and exhaling slowly, maintaining a neutral spine. I'm going to do 2 more curls. This is my last one. And I'm coming down and off the ball. For a little cat or shell. Definitely going to want to release your wrists. And we'll set that up on the other side. If you want to do it on your knuckles or your elbows, that is fine. Okay, I'm going under my right knee, pressing my weight into my hands, hovering my left knee. So, first option, left leg moving in and out. Breathing out on extension, in on return. Pressing my weight into my left hand, saluting on the right, if you can. Happy for the arm to move in any direction. Focus on pelvic stability, core engagement, breathing out as it moves away. Lovely, keep moving. So the leg stays moving, but now the hand comes down. And on my next extension of that left leg, I'm going to do small circles. Make sure the movement is coming from your hip, not from your knee, not from your ankle. 4 small, slow circles in one direction, and then 4 in the other direction. So maintaining pelvic stability, getting into all those small ligaments and tendons through the hips. Super. And then holding the leg still, curling the heel to the bottom. Flex the foot. Think about your spine being very still now. Shoulders and hips square to the floor. Curling the heel to the bum, breathing out to curl and in to extend. 2 more, please. Last one. Coming down, dismounting. Real shell or cat. Releasing the spine. Going to release my wrists, going to release my shoulders, hands to ankles, and let them drop. You can be in any position you feel relaxed in, guys. Supporting the body weight, uncurling, Lovely. Coming down onto your bottom, let's finish with a full roll back. So if you don't want to do full roll back, you can do partial roll back. Use your ball. You can have a shoulder bridge if it starts to get too much. I'm going to start with band around my feet. So please just go to whatever level you know you can do this at. I know you've all been doing it for ages, you know what you're doing. So I'm going to start with the pelvic tilt and maybe a half roll just to my bottom rib. Some of you might be happy to go all the way down. Inhale, exhale and pull slowly and roll all the way up. Restack, option to straighten the legs, but make sure the spine stays curved and slow the whole thing down. I'm going to take 4 breaths to come up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, option to put the band in your hands. You can add a forward flexion. You can hold halfway down, brace and rotate. You can swap out your band for your dumbbell. Up to you how you're doing this. So last exercise, working the full length of the rectus abdominals, upper and lower, and everything in between. Also bringing that waist in if you want to. Make sure if you're rotating, your torso is rotating, not just your arms moving. So I'd like you just to give me 2 more, please. So I've got 1 more to go. I'm going to finish it in the seated position. As when you've finished, either a slump stretch or a cross leg forward fold. Just take some breaths for me there into the back of your rib cage. And uncurl slowly. Super. Come on down onto your back. Bring your band with you, please. Get something under your head if you want it. So let's not put the band around our feet just yet. Can you put the right ankle on the left knee, press the knee back, arms out to the side and gently roll the hips. And if it feels nice to pick the left leg up, you can do that. And if it feels nice to hold the back of the left leg, then you can go there. So holding or moving. Different parts of our body like different things. We're not just stretching muscle, we are stretching fascia, skin, tendons, ligaments. Everything's pulling on everything else. And we'll change to the other side. Open the hip. Rolling with 1 foot on the floor or 1 foot off the floor, or the hands on the thigh, or just holding on a tight spot if that's what you need there. Super. Come on down. And then take that band around the sole of your right foot. Pull the elbows down. Slide the bottom leg away and relax the shoulders. Lovely. So as we've just done with the hip and glute stretch, you can stay on the hamstring, or you can sway or circle the leg, or you might find you want to just go out and hold the stretch on your inner or outer thigh. So just using this last minute to get what you need from quite a straight leg if you can. So we've already done a couple of bent leg stretches. Now we need a fairly straight leg. And when you're ready, change legs. Lengthen. So you might want to stay on your hamstring for a little bit. You might want to go to your inner or outer thigh. Sway or circle. Might want to even lift your bum or put the band in the other hand, whatever it needs. So please make the next one your last one, and then come join me on all fours, please. Lovely. We are going to finish with a pelvic tilt, or a cat or shell, or a downward dog. So again, come to a position that you know you need to stretch in. Just take your last few nice deep breaths, and then start to make your way to standing, either by walking in and rolling up, or just putting one leg in front of the other to support yourself as you come up to standing. Super. Join me for a big breath in, push to the ceiling, stay lengthened, come across, and if it feels good to let your hip go, let it go. Come on up, inhale, we lengthen. Side bend, push the pelvis. Come center. Drop the arms and shoulder roll. Can you rotate the spine? And we are done. Thank you very much indeed. Come on in.